Let me go. I don't wanna be your hero. I don't wanna be a big man. I just wanna fight with everyone else. Your masquerade. I don't wanna be a part of your parade. Everyone deserves a chance to walk with everyone else, while holding down a job to keep my girl around, and maybe buy me some new strings and her a night out on the weekend. And we can whisper things, secrets from our American dreams. Baby needs some protection, but I'm a kid like everyone else. So let me go. I don't wanna be your hero. I don't wanna be a big man. I just wanna fight like everyone else.
One, two, three.
And how old are you?
I got pink balloons.
Yeah, but how old are you?
Three.
My name is William Urosevic. I'm in grade 11 and I'm 16 years old.
My name is Lexi. I'm 16 and I'm in grade 11. Yes.
Yeah, I do play.
They can go on a slide from her bed. It's like a little square. I found something in it.
What'd you find? Last Sunday,
Last night,
football with my brother.
I played No Man's Sky, basketball, and NBA 2K17. Some classes do, like any of the art classes, including graphics. English does as well. Math and sciences, those don't really encourage creativity.
No,
Why?
because they're chem and math. Yes. Is that all I have to say?
Some classrooms do, especially in the sciences and math, because they want you to follow a certain rules, or certain rules, instead of trying to be creative and figure out the answers. There are facts that you have to know.
I would change the more academic courses to have more different types of learning for different types of students.
I feel like they should allow you to be more creative instead of always having to follow a rubric. So you should have a choice in what you want to do. Example, for for an essay, instead of having to do an essay on one specific theme, you could have a choice of 6 different themes.
I can't really remember the last time I had a chance to go in the backyard and just run around.
School's just so much pressure that every day I would wake up dreading it.
I'm afraid that our children are going to sue us for stealing their childhoods.
You have to do well now so you can get into a good college.
Everyone expects us to be superheroes.
You have a fear from the parents that my kid needs to be able to get a job.
How do you expect us to do well when you can't even make mistakes?
You wake up every morning and you know that kids are getting a really crappy education right now.
Among 30 developed countries, we rank 25th in math and 21st in science. In almost every category, we've fallen behind, except one. Kids from the USA rank #1 in confidence.
Actually get our students to think are pushed aside.
These kids come to the table with this creativity and this love of learning. Let's just not take it out of them.
I think the United States really needs to rethink how we do schooling. The economic future of the country depends on our addressing this.
We need to redefine success for kids. It's gotta be something we do together. All of us as a society, almost as a movement.
Finland restructured totally basic education in 1970s. It was a very centralistic reform. During 1980s, we began to decentralize powers to municipalities. Especially during 1990s, we decentralized a lot of decision-making powers to education providers. And even, of course, on our schools and teachers a lot. And that's, of course, because we have highly trained teachers and we can actually give them many, many tasks.
Thanks to the OECD PISA data, it shows that Finland is performing better than the average. Yeah? We have been passing everybody else. What did we do to make this possible? Our policy of teachers is again very different to many other countries. First of all, we insist that every teacher in Finnish school has to have master's degree. All the Finnish teachers have to be treated like professionals. When people ask me that how do you know in Finland that your students are learning in a school? And I always say that ask the teachers, they know. Just like you ask the medical doctor if he or she thinks that the patients are doing well.
In Finland, if we are looking at our educational system, the basic education, it's very decentralized. So the municipalities, they are running the schools and they have the responsible of the schools. But of course we have the basic education legislation, it's in national level, and then we have also national core curricula. But the schools and municipalities, they have also quite much freedom themselves.
If you spend 3 hours or so in a school, as we did this morning, you saw real relationships and real respect between administrators and teachers. You also see really small enough class sizes so that there's a real differentiated instruction. So all the things that we say are important in terms of instruction for kids, not simply having a teacher in a classroom, not simply having a smart board or books, the wraparound services, starting with daycare facilities and early childhood.
That preschool is really a child-centered facility.
Yes.
You see the attention paid to the experiential learning.
Yes.
And that the buildings are retrofit for kids.
Over 6 decades of education reform in both countries, the homogeneity in Finland certainly plays a role in the different trajectories, but a closer look reveals that there is more at play. Education is an unbelievably complicated process that does not happen in a vacuum. Culture shapes and dictates the face of education at every moment in every classroom. In the United States, societal conflict and change manifested in the schools, creating challenges in the US that have occurred in microscopic levels in Finland. But in the United States, too often, private interest and social and political ambitions dictate much of what happens in education reform. Both countries have had their shares of successes and struggles. While the face of American education is constantly shifting from one reform movement to the next, Finland values stability and does not allow central government initiatives to be pushed through the education system, and this factor has played a large role in their educational success.
I can see your years in my reflection, dents and cracks